Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to start transitive and intransitive verbs. As you know, in our previous video we started verbs and we learned there that the verbs are the action words and the doing words. With that we learned that verbs may be used as helping verbs which are known as auxiliary verbs and the main verbs. Where there is no helping verb, where there is no main verb, we consider that helping verb is the main verb. We learned there about the being, action and the state of the verb. With that, we learned regular verbs and irregular verbs, which is also called weak verbs and strong verbs. If you have by chance missed the video, please watch that carefully. Now, our today's topic is transitive and intransitive verbs. So, you should have a proper knowledge of the topic which was covered in the last video, that is object of the verb. So, I told you dear students, object is just after the verb. It is of two types, direct object and indirect object. When we talk about indirect objects are the receivers, or in simple language you can say the persons are called indirect objects, and the direct objects are the things which the receivers receive. Okay, so the things are considered as direct objects. So this knowledge of objects will help us a lot in this transitive and intransitive verbs. So let's start today transitive and intransitive verbs. I have written the definition for you that what is transitive verb. A transitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the subject to the object. Now, how this is possible? Let's understand with the help of example. The boy kicks the ball. Who is subject here in the sentence? The boy is subject. What is the verb here in the sentence? Verb is kicks. And what is the object? That is ball. So, this action of the boy that he is kicking, right, that is transferred to whom? To the ball. In simple language, I want to give you one trick that when you want to get the transitive verb, right, what you have to say in the sentence, you have to find out an object in the sentence, and that object in the sentence you can get both the objects also, means direct and indirect also, or only one can do, right. So the boy kicks the ball here, the boy is what? That is subject. Kicks is verb and the object is what? The ball is what? That is an object, right. So whenever we will get an object after the verb, right, that is known, that verb is known as, means that kicks will become transitive verb, okay, because we are getting object after that. But if the sentence is written like this, the boy plays, okay, so this is also a sentence, the boy plays, but this, the subject in this sentence, the boy is what? The boy is subject, and plays it is what? Verb, but we are not having object, right. So this plays is what? That is intransitive verb. One more clue I want to give you for finding this transitive and intransitive verb. I just taught you active and passive, and you must have read that in your previous classes also. So active and passive, you know what is active and passive, right? Active and passive form of the tenses. So that is what. Now the boy kicks the ball. Can we change the passive form? Can we change this sentence into passive form? Yes, of course, because this is having object, right. So what will be the passive form of the sentence? That the ball is kicked by the boy. So whenever we are able to change the sentence given to us into passive form, we can find out that the verb given here in the sentence is transitive verb. Okay, so three tricks I have given you here. One is, whatever is the definition, that the verb, transitive verb is the verb that denotes an action which passes from the subject to the object, right. And the second thing is, whenever we will get that just after verb there should be object, right, then it is transitive verb. And the third clue is that if you are able to change the sentence into passive voice, into its passive form, then we will come to know that the verb which is there in the sentence, that is transitive verb. Let's see the example. Second, I have learnt my lesson. So what is I here? I is subject. Have learnt, have is what? Helping verb. Learnt is main verb. And my lesson is what? That is object. Right. So whenever there is a subject after the verb, that is known as transitive verb. So which verb it is not transitive sentence. Okay, please take care, it is not transitive sentence. We are saying that this verb learnt is what? That is transitive verb. So like this you can get many sentences which are having transitive verbs. I hope you got it. Take the screenshot of this and note down this in your notebook. And then we will discuss intransitive verbs. So please take the screenshot. Okay, so now we will see what are intransitive verbs. It is just opposite of transitive. So here we learnt that if we will get an object in the sentence just after the verb, then it will be transitive verb. The verb will be transitive verb. But here in intransitive verb it is just opposite, that an intransitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which does not passes over from the subject to an object. So it is just opposite of that. For example, he ran a long distance. Now let's understand in this sentence that he is working as subject, ran is what is that? Verb. A long distance, it is not sentence, okay, it is the complement of the sentence, right? So it is not working as an object because, so this verb ran is what? That is intransitive verb, okay, or int you can write down here, intransitive verb. The baby sleeps, and let's see this in another way, that are you able to change the passive voice of this sentence? No, because this is not having object. Suppose I am saying the birds are chirping. The birds are chirping. So let's write down this sentence. The birds are chirping on the trees. Okay, that it is not the meaning that whenever we are getting something after the verb that will work as an object. No, it is not like this. So the the birds, that is subject, are is what? That is helping verb, chirping is what? Main verb, on the trees. Is this phrase is working as an object? No, this is complement of the sentence, right? So chirping is the verb here and we cannot change the passive voice of this. So this chirping is also working as an intransitive verb here. Let's see the second sentence, the baby sleeps. So the baby is subject and sleeps is verb, and after that there is no complement, no object. So this is not, if we are not able to get the object after the verb, so the verb will be intransitive. Moreover, we cannot change this sentence into its passive form. Next, now I want to say that there are some of the transitive verbs which generally take single object after them, but there are some of the transitive verbs which take both type of objects, like direct objects also and indirect objects also. So let's work on those verbs which take both kind of objects. So most of the transitive verbs take a single object, but verbs such as give, okay, such as give, ask, offer, promise, tell, etc., they take both the objects, direct to and indirect to. Let's understand how. His father gave him a watch. So his father is what here? This is subject. Gave is what? That is verb. Him and a watch. Now when we studied objects, and in our previous videos of verbs also, I have told you about the objects. So him is what? Him is because just after the verb there will be object. Okay, don't try to find out in before the verb, so that will be wrong. So him is what here? That's a person. Watch is what? That's a thing, right? So him will work as indirect object. Moreover, this is the receiver who is getting the watch, right? So receiver will work as indirect object, or if you will not remember this receiver and all that, so you have to see the person. Okay, because in all the sentences I am telling you this receiver and the thing he received, that is because in some of the sentences it is not always that the person who is receiving something, that is a person always. Okay, I will give you the example only of this sentence. So first understand here that him is what? Receiver. He is receiving the watch because his father gave him a watch. So who is getting, who is receiving the watch? Him, right? And what is that? Watch, that is the thing which is receiving. So things are direct objects and persons are indirect objects. So such types of verbs can take both kind of objects. And what can you change the sentence into passive form? Yes, of course. A watch was given to him by his father, right? So this is the change in passive voice. Now let's see second one. He told me a secret. Now what is this? He is subject, told is verb, me and secret. So me is getting, I am getting the secret. Okay, so I am working as receiver here. So that is what? Or moreover, this is person. So this is indirect object, and the second one is secret. What he is getting, that is a secret. So that is the thing, right? So that will be direct object. So secret is direct object and me is indirect object here in this sentence. So like this you will be able to get the difference between transitive and intransitive verbs. I hope you got that, dear students. The topics of the grammar are very important for you. So please watch the video carefully with lot of concentration. Whatever is being told, keep on noting down them, keep on making the notes and revise them for your exams. Thank you very much for today. In the next video, we will learn some more topics related to verbs. Thank you very much.